Welcome to CrashMagic. In this video is a performance and then a tutorial of a card trick that's really easy to perform but always gets a great reaction. This one is based on a classic old prediction trick that I've adapted to make it much more interactive with the spectator, and I hope you like it. This is a standard deck of 52 playing cards, and if you were here, the first thing I'd ask you to do would be to give the cards a shuffle. Once the shuffling is finished, I'd now spread the cards out on the table, and we'll take a few of the cards at random. Some from near the top, some from the middle, and some from towards the bottom. I'd then ask you to mix the cards and then to select any of these cards. For your choice, you could choose any card, and if you're happy with your choice, take a look at your selection and remember it. So from a shuffle deck and a random group of cards, you had a free choice of which card to pick. And now I'm going to give you another totally free selection. So this time I'd like you to select any 4 cards from the pack and keep them face down on the table. You can choose cards from wherever in the pack you like, so maybe this one and this one. Now we're not going to look at the faces of these 4 cards, and in fact you can choose the value of these cards yourself. You can give each any value from 1 to 10, and we'll use this dice to simulate your choice. So the value you choose for the first card is an 8. The second card you choose to be a 3. The next card you want to be a 9. And finally a 6. So that's 8, 3, 9, 6. You could have chosen any numbers, but we'll now deal cards to each pile, so the value is then 10. So the first pile was 8, 9, 10. Then it was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you chose 9, 10, and finally 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You could have chosen any numbers, but you chose 8, 3, 9, and 6, which equals 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 23, 24, 25, 26. Now, can you remember the card you selected right at the very start? I hope you enjoyed that performance, and since there's no setup needed for this trick, you can get your spectator to shuffle right from the off. Now, this trick relies on having a card selected and remembered, return to the pack, and then control to the 44th position. So if you already have a good way of doing this, then perfect. If not, how I did it in the performance is a really good and simple method. And for that, all you need to do is spread the cards out on the table and randomly pick out cards. Now they can be any cards, but you're looking to pull out 9 cards. Now don't count the cards though, just make it look like you're choosing any random bunch of cards, and don't make a thing that you're pulling out 9 cards, just pull out random cards like that. And then you can have your spectator mix the cards on the table and select one of these cards. Once they've selected their card and are looking at it and remembering it, you can square these cards up. Now on this occasion they have chosen the 2 of hearts, and once they've remembered it, you ask them to place it back on top of this pile. You then drop the rest of the pack on top, and their card is now in the 44th position, exactly where you want it. Now you probably want to do some fake shuffles or cuts at this point, and again I'm sure you have your favourites to keep that card at position 44. In the performance I used a Hindu shuffle. Normally with this shuffle you grip small packets from the top of the pack and pull the rest of the pack away with your other hand, finally placing the rest of the pack on top. Now, to keep that bottom 9 cards in place, you could instead return them underneath. But what I did instead was to pull a section from the middle while gripping the top and the bottom. So as you can see, in that way you can then complete the shuffle as normal, retaining that whole bottom section, and you can just complete the Hindu shuffle as normal, dropping the rest of the cards on top, and you can repeat that as many times as you like. Now the next step is to get the spectator to choose 4 cards. They can choose any 4 cards from anywhere in the pack, but the only thing you have to watch is make sure they don't choose a card from the last 9 cards. Now normally if you spread the cards slowly this won't happen, but if they are getting close towards the bottom, you can push out a group of cards to force their selection a little bit, like this. So once you have the 4 cards, you ask your spectator to give each card a value from 1 to 10. And again, this is a totally free choice. For this tutorial, we'll say they pick 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you then deal cards counting up from each value to get to 10. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now for the final part of the trick, you just need to add up their 4 values. So 3, 4, 5 and 6 equals 18. So if you deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and with a bit of luck, that will be their card. Well, that's the end of the video. If you liked it, please like it and subscribe. If you've got any comments, leave them down below, and see